It's been a long time since I've said this. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. It's Izzy here, and I am back with another video. And today is a little different. It's been a while since I've posted on this channel, and for those who don't know me, I'm formerly known as Iz Reacts. I made reaction videos for TV shows such as Legacies, and so it's been about 2 years, almost 3 years since the show ended, and so um, I kind of didn't do a lot of stuff on this channel afterwards because it was such a big part of why I started this channel. Um, but today I am back with another video, and it is going to be a little bit of a twist for you guys. Over the last couple years, it hasn't been since I left the channel, but I started writing a series of books. And I've finally come to the point where I'm excited to share with you guys what is to come, and I'm hoping for a publishing date of December this year. I am halfway through the book, writing it, and I am also going to be self-publishing my book. I'm not going to really look out for a publishing company for this. And so I'm really excited for you guys to read it. And this video is just kind of give you a little rundown of what they're about. There's 5 books in the entire series, and I have planned out every single one but one. And so I'm really excited to talk about it with you guys. And this video is going to be the first 2 books in the series because these are the ones that I'm almost finished with. So I am a part of the queer community. A lot of you may know. I don't know if you've noticed my bedroom, but I got rainbows everywhere, and then Renee Rapp is on my wall. So that should give you kind of a inkling of who I am. So basically, I wanted to have my main couple of this entire series be a queer couple. And so I really wanted to emphasize on the theater community as well, and I also want to emphasize on how toxic the entertainment business can be as well. So I decided to write the book about a struggling musician who falls in love with a music student from a small town. So basically, the story is called The Music Led Me to You, and it is about Tatum Bradley, who is probably one of the biggest pop stars in the entire world, who ends up having this controversial thing get leaked about her from her ex. And she spends the first year kind of like just under the radar in Australia and kind of just keeping to herself. And then she ends up moving to a small town, and don't laugh at me how I say this word, this state, I can't say it. Massachusetts. Anyways, a small beach town, where she ends up, moving in with her best friend, her childhood best friend, and she ends up meeting a restaurant owner named Annabelle. And so basically, it just follows the story of them and like the mystery of what happened with Tatum and like what happened with what was leaked about her, and Tatum finally realizing that not all girls are bad and that she's allowed to fall in love. And so she falls in love fast, and she soon realizes that Annabelle has a boyfriend, and so that kind of gets in the way of it. Um, and we don't see a lot of representation of bisexual characters as well, which is Annabelle. Annabelle is bisexual in the series, so she does date women and men. Um, and I don't let that slide. Like, I don't say, oh, she's with one man and then she automatically goes with the girl. Like, she dates both throughout the entire 2 books. Um, and so you really see the difference between their lives. Like Annabelle, she grew up very conservative. She grew up very, in the church, and like her dad is very, like disgusting when it comes to that kind of stuff. But Annabelle doesn't hide it. Like, she's not the type of person that hides her sexuality, which I really love as well. But it kind of makes it hard with her family situation. And Tatum will literally do anything for the people that she cares about, and so she ends up caring very deeply for Annie, and you really get to see that relationship grow, and I think it's just beautiful. you really get to see these two girls fall in love over the course of the entire book. And obviously, I do love the trope, kind of like, he falls harder, she falls harder. In this case, she falls first, she falls harder. And you really get to see that because Tatum does fall first and she falls quickly. And that's kind of an issue with her, which is established throughout the book, that she does kind of fall quickly, and that it's what scares her because she fell for her ex so quickly and then all this shit happened. um, and so you really get to see that dynamic between the two of them, and I'm really excited for that because I'm not the type of person who likes to have such a slow burn type of relationship, but in a way, this one kind of is, because they go through so much rather than just falling in love, that you you get to see them be there for each other even though they don't know each other that well. So that is probably one of my favorite parts of the entire series, um, especially with these two books, because since they are like the main couple of the entire series, you do get two books of them, and then the other couples only get one, because their story is so complex and so long. I wanted to make sure you guys got everything that is in my brain because I'm really excited for it. But yeah, so Tatum and Annie have two books that are called "The Music Led Me to You" and "The Music Led Me Back to You." Um, and then we have another relationship, which I don't want to give too much about this relationship away because it does contain a spoiler. Um, but Annabelle has a boyfriend who ends up breaking up with her, or well, she breaks up with him. Spoiler, you knew it was going to happen, but I'm telling you anyways. And so he ends up getting his own book because, as much as a dick he is in Annabelle's book, he probably is one of my favorite characters that I've written. Um, and he has this very complex relationship with his father that I'm also really excited to express with you guys. And his book is a football romance. So he's a football player who ends up getting drafted in the NFL, and then he falls in love with this girl who I'm not going to mention because it does give kind of a spoiler away of the first two books. Because those who have read it, which not many people have, my friend Rhea has read it because she's editing it for me. But there's a huge spoiler that happens at the end of Annie and Tatum's story, the first book, that kind of gives away of what Graham's story is. So I'm not going to speak too much on that, but just be on the lookout for that as well. And then in the third book, or the third couple, um, I have another relationship, which this one is probably the most heartbreaking in my opinion. And Annie and Tatum's is really heartbreaking. So to say that, it's like crazy. But Tatum works with a music producer. His name is Dalton. And so he ends up falling in love with somebody who, again, I don't want to give too much away about it because there's a lot of spoilers, but it all interlaces. And then the last book is kind of like a standalone. Like it goes with the story, but the stories don't really interact with that one as well as the other three that do. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that. Just be on the lookout. It's coming slowly. I'm gonna give you guys updates. And hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I have. This is a long time coming, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So yeah, see you guys soon.